Fortnite has had some crazy glitches, some of them funny and some of them game-breaking, as we found 15 of the most broken glitches. As this video goes on, the more broken they get. Like the time your pickaxe could deal 56 damage. A pickaxe is meant to be pathetic, turning into one of the most powerful close-range weapons in Fortnite. This all happened in an update in Season X. When the servers came online, players noticed that both the Star One and the AC/DC pickaxes were dealing 56 damage to players, but it gets even worse. These pickaxes were even registering headshots, dealing 84 damage per headshot. That means if you landed 3 of these hits, you could take down a fully shielded player. Fortnite quickly reacted and disabled these pickaxes just 8 hours later. With the launch of Chapter 3, there was a game-breaking bug that allowed you to instantly revive your teammate and also get an insane amount of XP. That's right, if a teammate trying to revive another player on your team left the game during the revive animation or the reboot animation, it would glitch out the player that was on the floor and allow the rest of your team to instantly revive you. This wasn't just a one-off instant revive. Whenever your teammate went down for the rest of the game, all you had to do was click the revive button and they were straight back in the game. The crazy thing is, this didn't just work for reviving, it worked for rebooting as well, which means if you pulled off this glitch successfully, your teammates could come back so quickly, but you were also getting XP for it as well. You could literally get a teammate to stand on top of a torch and revive them for the whole game, and you were ranking up stupidly fast. Now, if you didn't think that glitch ranked you up quick enough, this one certainly will. Back in Fortnitemares 2018, 2 of the Fortnitemares challenges were completely glitched. By visiting Fatal Fields, it was meant to reward you 150 XP, but instead of XP, it gave you battle stars. So for simply landing on the map, you would get 150 battle stars towards your battle pass, which back then equated to 15 tiers. And if you landed at Haunted Hills, rather than getting 200 XP, you were getting 200 battle stars and another 20 tiers instantly on your battle pass. This glitch was patched in just 4 hours, but anyone that pulled it off in that time, Epic Games let them keep their battle stars. Hit the like button if you would want a crazy leveling up glitch like this to come back to the game. Game-breaking glitches still pop up to this day, and just a few months ago with the Dragon Ball Z update, one of the most broken glitches ever accidentally entered the game. Fortnite didn't mean to, but tents started appearing on Spawn Island, and if you got inside one and stayed inside it as the battle bus took off, you went crazy glitch mode. After jumping out the battle bus, you would descend at a ridiculously slow rate whilst being invisible, and essentially were just spectating everything that was happening on the island. This would allow you to slowly float down to the ground whilst just staying in the safe zone and not being hurt by the storm, and could set you up for one of the easiest Fortnite wins you could ever have. If you ever wanted to be the Hulk in Fortnite, well, back in Chapter 2 Season 2, you could. With a very specific glitch linked to zip lines, you could get all the effects of the zip line without even being on it. For this glitch to take effect, you'd have to go up to a zip line and be walking backwards whilst you attach yourself to it. What would happen is you'd come off the zip line, keeping the magnet above your head and still having all the effects of the zip line on your body. That's right, you would glow, you'd have a magnet above you, but the coolest thing came when you started walking into structures. You would literally be able to crush anything in your sight. If you walked into trees, buildings, anything that would normally be crushed whilst you're going along a zip line would be crushed without you being on the zip line. It's safe to say that with something as game-breaking as this, zip lines got disabled instantly. Now, if there's one thing I've ever hated in Fortnite, it's safe to say it's the mech brutes. And it literally makes me shiver to think that this glitch made them even more powerful. Back in Season X, when the mechs were first introduced, not only were these things ridiculously overpowered, but you could make them invisible. I'm not even joking. If you exited the brute at the exact same time you stomped on the ground, it would turn the mech to go invisible when you got back into it. The mech would look absolutely fine if you were the one inside it controlling it, but to the rest of the world, the whole of the mech and you were completely invisible. I can't believe this, but it took Epic 30 days to properly fix this. It even ruined some competitive tournaments. It's invisible! And after the mechs were removed, it took Epic 11 hours to fix the issue, and they put them straight back in the game. Now, when you get downed in Fortnite, you're not meant to be able to do much, except with this glitch, you were able to build and edit whilst being down. During Chapter 3, Season 2, if a player got knocked whilst using the new vertical zip lines, you'd still be able to build and edit. It's safe to say that it would make finishing you off as a down player a lot harder, but seeing someone build whilst they're down just looks hilarious. Back when that giant mothership appeared above the island, we were all waiting to see what's inside. And in the update that introduced the abductors, we could go inside the spaceship and get some incredible loot. But what Fortnite didn't mean to do was to enable this in Arena and Team Rumble. The abductors were added and you could be teleported up to the mothership, but you weren't meant to be there. As a result, it completely bugged out. You could shoot other players, you could break structures around you, you could explore areas that you were not meant to explore, and even jump off back to the island. But with this area being so far into the storm, you could pretty much never come out of here alive. These glitches are now starting to get crazy, as there was one that could give you infinite health regeneration. It was very hard to pull off, but if you got a slurp mushroom and ate it at the same time you jumped into a porta potty, then got your teammate to break it, you'd come out of it constantly regenerating health. That's right, even if you were downed, you'd recover health quicker than you'd lose it, so you could be down forever. If you're in the storm, you'd constantly regenerate faster than the storm could damage you. And the only way for you to be taken down was to be killed by a really high-powered weapon, but snipers were vaulted at the time of this glitch, so you were basically completely invincible. And the only way Epic Games could fix this glitch was by making porta potties completely indestructible. What's better than unlimited health? Free victory royales. Back in Chapter 2, Season 4, I actually pulled off this glitch. With the introduction of Stark robots, you could go ahead and down them and then hack them to become part of your team. After getting a hacked robot to become part of your squad, you could just go ahead and eliminate yourself and then stay in game spectating the rest of the match. No matter if you're in solos, duos, or squads, it would think that you'd become a teammate of everyone in the game. So as long as you watched all the way to the end and you saw the person win a game, you would also get a free victory royale. Epic had to disable the Stark robots 12 hours after being introduced, but they didn't learn, as literally this season, with the new hide NPC controls, if you went ahead and hired an NPC and then dismissed them and killed yourself, you could also spectate right at the end of a game and get a free win. But unfortunately, that also got patched. Now, imagine you're playing a Fortnite tournament for hundreds of thousands of dollars and a massive glitch appears. But that's exactly what happened in the 2018 Fortnite Summer Skirmish Grand Finals. As the storm circle was shrinking on the island, it ended up on one of the cube runes. These runes were being activated throughout the season to give an anti-gravity zone in that area. Except when this rune was activated, it completely messed up and sent players flying into the sky, not allowing them to land. Players were in shock. They were competing for so much money, and this glitch had appeared in the middle of the game. They went from 25 players when the glitch started to happen to only 10 players left after the storm circle had moved away from this glitch area. If I died, I'd be absolutely fuming. Now, we all missed the OG pump, the OG scar. Hit the like button if you haven't done already for them to return in Chapter 4. But despite them not being here at the beginning of Chapter 3, some players managed to work out how to get them into the game. Glitched vending machines, a low chance spawn rate on the island, weren't updated properly with the start of Chapter 3. They could still give you random OG weapons from Chapter 2. As soon as players realized, they started running around the map, spending all of their gold on these glitched vending machines. And because tents had just been introduced, you could get weapons like the OG pump, the original assault rifle, and then store them in your tent to keep forever. I tried this glitch out, didn't get lucky enough to find one of the weapons, but another person did let me use their pump, and it's the last time I've ever used one. Now, imagine jumping on a swing, trying to have a fun time, and you get banned. Well, that's exactly what could happen at the beginning of Fortnite's release and all the way for 4 seasons into the game. Jumping on swings had really weird physics. It glitched you around and behaved like a really broken, exaggerated swing, and as a result, the game thought you were moving a little bit too fast, which was fine until you started shooting. If you would shoot and be glitched around by the swing, the game thought you were moving and shooting way too fast and would instantly ban you. Thankfully, Fortnite unbanned everyone that did this accidental glitch. It actually looked like a lot of fun. But you know what's not fun? Even more invisibility. And this time you didn't need a mech. You could do it by yourself and using shadow stones. If you got knocked whilst using a shadow stone and got your teammate to revive you, you'd come back and you'd be completely invisible. You'd have none of the shadow effects from the shadow stone. You'd be able to build and you'd be able to shoot. It's probably one of the most broken glitches ever. As a result, Fortnite had to remove shadow stones just 12 hours later, but upon bringing them back, you could still glitch yourself to invisibility. It forced Epic to remove shadow stones from the game yet again, but isn't as crazy as when Fortnite completely broke. This is literally a collection of the strangest and biggest glitches that has ever happened in Fortnite, and it literally happened this year. On the 30th of June, 2022, Fortnite completely broke. During this period, teammates couldn't be revived. Reboot cards were invisible. Friendly fire was enabled. Games ended early, with multiple players being able to get victory crowns. Enemy locations could be seen on a map by everyone. You could edit anyone else's build builds, players were being kicked from games for teaming, players would randomly get eliminated for no reason at all, reboot cards were dropping in solos mode, and the classic free victory royale glitch where if you spectated to the end, you'd get a free win, also returned. These glitches were absolutely crazy, but did you know a ton of Fortnite streamers have actually been banned in Fortnite? If you want to see all of them, click on screen here as I'm about to disappear. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on another one.